Hey, this is Christian Lagori here. Today I'm going to be talking about inversions. This is the first lesson video I've had up here in a while. Some of you might be familiar with my other work on here, but I'm using my Ibanez classical guitar. First time that I'm giving a lesson with it. I usually give lessons with electric guitars, but I thought this might just be easier. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you inversions of some major 7 chords and minor chords, since I'm a jazz player, and that's like who I want to be referencing. This stuff is mainly jazz players and guitar players that are looking to explore different types of chord settings. So you have your standard C major 7 chord, or you can add the bottom. Acoustic players might know it better with the regular C without the pointer finger. And then as this type of chord shape. You can also play it in an A minor shape, sort of using, instead of using you use your ring, your pinky, and then your pointer finger, and then putting the bass on C and mute the second string. That's a common way that jazz players use the major 7. Then you can also replace the major 7 with the major 9, which instead of this is like this. So middle finger on the 5th string of the 3rd fret, then just like a regular, your pointer finger on the 4th string of the 2nd, then you have your pinky on the 3rd string of the 4th fret, and then your ring finger on the 2nd string of the 3rd fret. Now if you want, you can also use a 6th inversion, 6/9 inversion, which would be simply moving your pinky down to the 1st string of the 3rd fret, and also barring your pointer finger. So far we've come from here to here, then from here to here, and then making it the 6/9. These are like just like any other type of chords. They can be used in any key. If you're in D, you know, the same thing all the way up and down the fretboard, just like diminished chords or augmented chords or anything. You know, they can be used up and down the neck. So you know, it's like if it gives it a more full sound, and then you can even use them. So say if I was playing in C, so it'd be like, so you could use them together. You can go, or you can even go like. Another way you can play the 6/9 chord I showed you here, you can play it by barring the first 2 strings with your ring finger on the C position of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the 8th fret. So and then just bar the other all the way up to 5 with your pointer finger, and then the C root, or you don't have to even use the root. So you could, I'll like end the song sometimes like you know, something like that. So you can definitely use that, these types of inversions within the key of C, you kind of have to have an ear to really, you know, like place these inversions, because sometimes they sound a little awkward depending on the tune that you're doing. And I would say this would mostly be in more of like a 32 bar form song, or a pop song. Like I wouldn't be like, you can end a blues with like the 6/9 chord, but you wouldn't use major 7 or major 9 in a blues. You could like, you know, at the end of like even like the end of like a rock tune, you can go like, and you can, or you know, you could even end the blues that way. So it'd be like, you can dissolve a blues that way. But I would, but don't use major 7 or major 9 in blues. It won't work. But you know, you could, but these inversions are definitely useful. There's also minor inversions as well. You can do, you know, like we'll start with A minor. You have a regular A minor. Well, me, I don't really use open chords that much unless like I'm playing like you know, with like my friends that don't really know how to play as well or something. But you know, you like I would play like A minor, like the bar chord. You can do it here. So you're on the 5th fret with your middle finger, then you bar. You skip the 2nd string. The 5th string, and you bar the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd, and that's your A minor chord. You know, it works all the way up the neck from F. You know, and so on and so forth. You can make it a minor 9th chord by simply adding your pinky a whole step up. You can also play it up here in kind of like a that's another way of playing the minor 9th. Kind of like you're playing a 9th chord, but you just move your pointer finger over a half step. Like that. You could even bar. You bar your ring finger, or you could play it, or you can be in the minor 9th position down here. You can move your pinky over, and it changes it into a regular minor 7th. So so we go from here to here to here. Now, if you're playing in standard tuning, you can also do a really cool chord with A minor that I like to end a lot of songs. You could end this in anything that has to do with A minor. You could even end this in the key of C. It's like a cool, like, odd dissolve chord. It's basically on your 5th fret, you have your ring finger on the 4th string, and your pinky on the 3rd string, and you just hit from the A note all the way down. It's very open. So if I was like in like an A minor blues situation, like that, even in the key of C, you could probably use the end like. C. You can end because C and A minor are relative. You know, they're basically the same notes on the scale. So you can use A minor to this inversion of an A minor to dissolve a song in any key of C or A minor. Then you also have 7 inversions. You know, you have your G7 from the 3rd fret, your regular standard bar chord. You can make it a 13th, which is pointer finger on the 3rd fret, the 6th string. Then you have on the 3rd, you skip the 2nd one and go down to the. You skip the 5th string, go down to the 4th string with your middle finger. Then you next fret over, you put your ring finger on 4th fret, and then your pinky on the 5th fret, and then you could even bar your pinky like that, at least I like to do in the blues. And it sounds much nicer than going from a just like 7s, like. This sounds much nicer. You know, stuff like that, you know, it makes it sound a lot cooler. So definitely keep those inversions in mind. So we went over major 7 inversions, minor inversions, and 7th inversions. Now I'll briefly go over 9th chords. So instead of playing a C7 like this, you play it as like a triad, 1, 2, 3, and then just add the pinky. And then you could also, or you can also just take your pinky away and just bar your ring finger like that, and that's your 9th. That's the type of 9th I like to use. I like to add that extra note all the way at the bottom. I like that. Even my 13ths, I like that. Like to add all the notes, so because it has more dimension. Especially when you're just playing in something that is just like a blues, it sounds much better. In certain songs, when you're playing chord melodies, I might have to just use it, like not hitting the extra notes. But when you're just playing like a blues, or like just comping, you can definitely use all the strings. And then from your 9s, you could bar your pointer finger and keeping the root, and then just putting your ring finger on the 2nd string. That's another inversion of a major 7. But you can use that also to dissolve a song as well. And then if you want to make it an inversion of a 9th or 7th chord, you just move it up. So if I was in this position, in a G major 7, and I'm thinking that if I'm not mistaken, that's the flat 9. So that's the inversion of the major. So I showed you that because it was in the same position as the 9th. Then if you move your ring finger up 1, so hopefully these inversions will help you with your playing, and I really hope that you guys really can spice up your playing a little bit with some of this stuff. And if you have any questions, feel free to message me, and hopefully I'll be back with a lesson pretty soon. Alright, until then, keep picking.